Welcome back for another edition of Red Cup Critics. This is Popcorn Talk with your boy Stretch.
I'm Rasheedah.
And this is the NWA Niggas with Attitude review. You Mark.
The Straight Outta Compton. Crazy.
Mark ass nigga.
You're crazy.
Straight Outta Compton.
In character right now. We saw the movie once and now he swear he from Compton.
Swear to God, born and raised.
So, if you haven't gone to see Straight Outta Compton, the NWA story, make sure you see it. It is the #1, not #2, #1 movie in America right now.
#1 movie history.
#1 in history.
54 million the first opening weekend. Is you crazy?
And finishing at $60.2 million for opening weekend, period. Yeah.
Killing the
So
game.
that's pretty good. It got a better rating than, are you ready? You ready? Jurassic World and Mission Impossible Rogue.
Beat them all.
Beat them all.
It's gonna beat Titanic, I bet you.
Yeah, it could. So it was directed by F. Gary Gray, and I think he did a great job. It captures everything happening in that. It's a timepiece.
The first scene just blew me out the water. It was crazy. It was amazing to me. I cried during this movie. I laughed during this movie, cuz.
And I was scared at some points during this.
Yes, it was
It
a
made
great
your heart
movie,
race a
though.
little bit.
Overall, it was an excellent movie.
You experienced everything. The first scene was crazy. It started off action. Straight Outta Compton. So here's the synopsis.
NWA, Straight Outta Compton, is the depiction of NWA, the most notorious rap group in history. Started the genre known as gangster rap music. It depicts how the group NWA was formed with the founding members Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, DJ Yella,
Fine,
DJ Ren.
He's fine. Funky is fine.
And it was
Ew.
just a great biographical film. I loved it.
Pros and cons.
The pros in this movie, I think, are numerous.
Yeah.
The actors that played the characters, awesome. They brought the characters to life. I felt like I knew these dudes. Hence the garb. I'm straight out of Compton too,
Today
brother.
he is.
Word. What do you think? What else was another pro?
Well, the likeliness of actual actors to the NWA members. You had O'Shea Jackson Jr. playing his father, of course. You had DJ Yella. The man they got to play DJ Yella looks like DJ Yella. It's scary. And then people like Tupac, you got to see other rappers back in the day. The man who played Snoop sounded like Snoop, and he had the same mannerisms as Snoop. It seems like they took them and had an extensive training on how these rappers act, how these rappers ate, how these rappers danced, how these rappers did anything in their personal lives. It seemed like they captured it, and I thought it was awesome.
I even read an interview about how Dr. Dre met the actor that was playing him, went out to dinner with him. He was like, I thought I was looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
So to get that from the actor, from the people that they're playing, the actors should be proud. You did a great job. Another pro about this movie was just the depiction of all the actors, and not even the main cast. We had the background
supporting
actors.
Yeah,
the supporting actors. Suge Knight, the guy that depicted Suge Knight was awesome. I was sort of scared of him from time to time. I hated him like we all do Suge Knight because he played that role perfect. When they put hands on Eazy-E, I was ready to ride for you, E. I would have rode for you. I also love the guy that plays Eazy-E's lawyer.
Oh,
Jerry. Jerry was a dirtbag.
Let me
I hate Jerry.
Whenever Paul Giamatti plays anybody, know there's some shit behind that character.
Yes.
And that's what I thought immediately.
He just was a scumbag. You know what he made me? He reminded me of. I know this is like so obscure. He reminded me of Marty Wolf off a Big Fat Liar. And he was just dirt. He was just dirt in the background. But you gotta love like the character. And ultimately, he was looking out for himself. He was looking out for Eazy-E. Screw the rest of the members. But Paul Giamatti played that role to a T. I hated you.
Yeah.
I really
Did a good
hated
job.
you. Suge Knight, I hated you. So I think that the acting choices, we might get a lot of black A-list actors after this movie because all these people are on the rise and on the come up. So hopefully, big thumbs up to the casting directors on that. I think a lot of the casting was controlled by like Ice Cube and Dr. Dre as well.
Speaking of casting, there was also some I had to bring it up. There was some controversy about the casting roles for the women in this movie. You had casting for A females, type A, and casting for D females, A through D. So of course you would imagine that D females were as described, ghetto, hood, dark skin, nappy hair, short hair, or a C female was a female who was medium tone with a weave. An A female was, you could be any ethnicity with real hair. But you want what you want. So I have nothing against it, but it did cause controversy. I had to bring that up since you mentioned casting.
Man, it was good casting to me. The wet wild party scene.
Yeah. Yeah. The only con I had was that I heard no record from World Class Wrecking Crew, and they reference World Class Wrecking Crew and Michelet. Before You Turn Off the Lights has to be one of the craziest, not even crazy, one of the classic of World Class Wrecking Crew. Maybe one of the only hits that I've heard, and I'm not that much younger than whatever. But that is one of the songs I was waiting to hear in the background during one of the scenes or something, because you got to see Lorenzo, you saw DJ Yella, you got to see Dre before he was who he was, and I just thought I would hear that song at least at one point somewhere in the video.
My biggest con was just, I felt like Eazy-E was done phenomenally, but they story, they didn't elaborate. It made it seem like Eazy-E went out broke. He never went out broke. When they had the whole dispute with Death Row Records, he got his money. Eazy-E was not broke by far. It made it seem like he just died in the hospital without health insurance. No, Eazy-E was straight. I know a couple years back you seen Eazy-E daughter at Sweet 16. That was their house, fully paid for, straight cash. Eazy-E wife also went on to run her own record label. So, I don't know, but the movie itself, for what it was great. It was some moments I cried, like when Dre's brother got killed.
Yeah, that was sad.
That joint touched my heart. Thug almost teared up one time.
That was sad.
When Eazy-E, of course, we all
choked up a little bit. You know, thugs cry too.
Word. My man, Eazy-E, man. Rest up, big homie. But I thought it was a great movie. My favorite part, I don't know, I got a couple favorite parts. The movie was good from start to finish. The opening scene was amazing. It was like a drug transaction. Eazy-E went in there. He was like this big. Two big drug dealers. It's a house full of people. He goes into the house. I want my money. They're like, no, we're not going to give you your money. Eazy-E had people waiting at dude's mom's house. All of a sudden, you think it's about to go down. Shorty pull a shotgun out. The police raid. They come up with the battering rams. And I liked how they depicted this era. The police brutality in this movie is not even ridiculous, because we all know it's happened. It's still happening. But the way they depicted it was tasteful. They didn't take one side or the other. They just showed straight facts, straight life experiences. They didn't, mix it all up and make it all up to be something it wasn't. It was the honest truth, and it was pretty disgusting and horrible. So not much has changed, and hopefully this movie brings that to light. But the police raid, they slammed through the door. Somebody get hit with the battering ram. It was crazy. It was a daring escape. Crazy. I was in the theater like, please get away. Please, Easy, get away. Don't get caught. So I was emotional the whole movie, as you can see. Another of my favorite scenes, probably the most controversial scene of the movie, the Bye Felicia scene.
That was funny. If you don't know what Bye Felicia is, it's hashtag now. It's a hashtag Bye Felicia. It's when you dismiss someone for being irate, ridiculous. If you're not agreeing on something and they say something completely stupid, or they're just there and they're a nuisance, Bye Felicia. That's what that is. But it stemmed from an incident that happened, probably true because it happened in the movie, so it may have been exaggerated a little bit, or it may have happened actually. And some woman was at this after party, and boyfriend came up looking for her, and she was getting busy, and she was the cause of this nuisance. So, bye Felicia. She got kicked out the hotel room. In the movie, she was naked up top, and the bottom was still there, but that caused an uproar.
They had the craziest after party ever.
Yeah, that caused an uproar. Critics didn't really like that part.
But it's true. Well, critics was gonna complain anyway. This is NWA. They've been complaining since NWA came out. Yeah. I just hope that the serious notes and the issues raised in this movie is just being looked at in a closer light. This is the #1 selling movie. A lot of white America that might have been ignorant, that might have been ignoring it. You're gonna see this movie, you're gonna see it's good. And what you should take back from this movie is that this stuff happened. This stuff is real.
It's happening.
It's happening still.
Happening.
Another thing I took from the movie is that these dudes came from nothing and they made it. They really hustled and bust ass and did what they had to do to get where they was at. Now everybody agreed with it. They fell out, of course, But at the end of the day, the success outweighs everything. These people are still famous. Dr. Dre is one of the richest black entrepreneurs to date. Ice Cube is one of the richest, most successful. Several movies down, own studio production. So they really about to, so they already have, not even about to, live their dreams out. And it's just, it's positive. It's for the one time I just love how, I like the input that the Dr. Dre and the other members had in this movie, because you can see it reflects. It was just a great movie.
And Eazy-E's wife, or I'm sorry, his widow, she also had parts in this as well. So I thought that was a great effort to make this as authentic as possible, this film. So what would you give it on a rating scale from
I'll give it a 10 out of
a gazillion red cups?
10 red cups out of 5 red cups.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I give it 15 red cups.
It was my favorite movie. It's one of my, this is about to go down as one of the new hood classics. This is the first time actually too that we have a hood movie, as you want to say, on a big scale.
Yeah.
We got a lot of independent films that become big, like Boys in the Hood, but this is a movie that was shot big, intended to be big. It's 2.5 hours, so they knew what they were doing. And this is like a triumph for, I guess you want to call hood movies, cult classic movies. This is on the forefront. This movie is gonna be watched years from now, like we watched Juice and every other movie that came out in that time, Boys in the Hood, everything. So this is gonna be another one of those classic, timeless movies, and it also raked in a lot of dough. So hopefully we see more movies like this. I'm still waiting on a Wu-Tang biopic.
Yeah.
I want to play Old Dirty Bastard. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be Rod Digger.
Or I could be the RZA.
Hey, this your girl Rod Wizzle. I want to thank you for tuning in for another episode of Red Cup Critics Popcorn Talk. State your business.
This your whole stretch?
Subscribe down there.
Word.
Stretch forgot his lines.
NWA, go see it.
Straight out of Compton.
Oh, that was sweet how we said that together.
iRocklive Party. We love the people.
Woo!